Hey everyone, I'm Mark McComb with Microchip Technologies 8-Bit Marketing Applications Group, and welcome to Microchip Minutes. In this episode, I'm going to demonstrate how to locate and install the software tools that you're going to need in order to reproduce the demos that you'll see in this video series. These tools will include the MPLAB X Integrated Development Environment, the MPLAB XC8C compiler for 8-bit PIC microcontrollers, and MPLAB Code Configurator, or MCC, graphical programming plugin. This video is going to be a little bit longer than a normal episode in the series, but we want to make sure that you have all of the tools installed properly and that you know where to go when you need support. So let's get started. The MPLAB X Integrated Development Environment, or IDE for short, is Microchip Technologies toolchain based on the open source NetBeans IDE from Oracle. The idea here is to have an environment that gives you a familiar look and feel as you move from product to product or even programming language to programming language. Navigate to the MPLAB X IDE homepage at www.microchip.com/MPLABX. On the MPLAB X IDE landing page, expand the MPLAB X IDE drop-down menu on the left side of the screen and click Downloads. This will automatically scroll you down to the Downloads section. In the Downloads section, click on the link for your particular operating system. Here I'm using a Windows machine, so I'll click on that download link. Depending on your connection speed, the download could take several minutes. In the interest of time, I'll pause the recording and come back when the download is completed. Once downloaded, click on the .exe file in Windows to start the install process. Click Run in the installer window. Click Next in the setup window. Read through the license agreement and accept if you agree. Here you'll be directed to install the software into a directory. My recommendation is to keep this as simple as possible and the directory address as short as possible. Click Next. To keep things simple, I'm going to just use the default settings for everything else during the installation. Installation is going to take a minute or two, so I'll pause the video at this point and come back when completed. Okay, so at this point, MPLAB X IDE is now installed on your computer. If you were programming in assembly language, this is really all you need. However, in this video series, we're going to be using the MPLAB Code Configurator, which generates C code, so we are going to need to install the MPLAB XC8 compiler for 8-bit PIC microcontrollers. In this window, you can simply leave the checkbox checked and click Finish to navigate to open the MPLAB XC compiler's homepage. On the left side of the screen, under the MPLAB XC compiler's menu, click on the Downloads link. In the Downloads section, expand the Compilers button to reveal links to all the compilers for our 8, 16, and 32-bit microcontrollers. We're going to use the 8-bit products for this video series, so click on the MPLAB XC8 compiler download link for your particular operating system. Again, I'm demonstrating this on a Windows machine, so I'll click that download link to get the .exe file. This will take a minute or two to download, so I'll pause recording. Okay. Click on the XC8.exe file to launch the installer and click Run. Click Next in the setup window. Again, read through the license agreement and click I accept if you agree, and then Next. In the license type window, you will be prompted to select what version of the compiler you're going to install. There are a couple of different license types like Workstation or Network Client and Free. Here I'm going to install the free license type. For the rest of the installation, I'm going to just use the default settings. I'll pause here while the compiler installs. Okay, we're in the home stretch. Once installation is completed, you'll be asked if you are going to use the free version of the compiler or if you'd like to purchase or evaluate the pro versions of the compiler. The free version has no code size restrictions and doesn't time out. The difference here is that the Pro version has some additional optimizations enabled to do things like configure your code to optimize memory space or execution speed. If you want to see the difference between these versions, you can take advantage of the 60-day evaluation period of the Pro license and compare with the free version. Here, I'm going to just install the free version by leaving the Windows settings as is and click Next. Finally, I'll click Finish to end the installation. At this point, the MPLAB X IDE and the MPLAB XC8C compiler are both installed. All that's left is to install the MPLAB Code Configurator plugin, which we'll do from within the MPLAB X IDE. Open MPLAB X as you would any other software on your operating system. Now, the MPLAB Code Configurator is a plugin, so we're going to install it just as we would any other plugin by navigating to the Tools drop-down menu at the top of the IDE and then clicking on Plugins. In the Plugins window, click on the Available Plugins tab and scroll down until you find the MPLAB code configurator under Name and check the box under Install. Next, click the Install button. This will open the plugin installer. Click Next to install the listed plugins. Again, read through the license agreement and check Accept if you agree, and then Install to proceed. To complete the installation process, you're going to need to restart MPLAB X IDE by clicking Finish. The update process will take about a minute, so I'll pause the video. Once the update process is completed and MPLAB X IDE has reopened, you should now see the MPLAB code configurator listed under the embedded submenu of the Tools menu. So that's it. You're all set to start programming applications. In the next video, we'll walk you through some of the basics of setting up a project and some key features of the software you just installed. In the meantime, if you run into any issues, you'll want to take advantage of Microchip Technology's support structure at www.microchip.com/support. There you're going to find links to support resources like forums for each of the software tools we just downloaded, articles on different topics, and more. You'll also be able to log a support ticket for one-on-one support if you still need additional help. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. I'm Mark McComb for Microchip Minutes. Thanks for watching.